Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome to the At Home Film Festival. This week, we will be paying tribute to the late, great Gene Hackman. For my show, I tried to find new films, but his are all so great and memorable. So I had to narrow the theme down. So I decided not to do his big award-winning films. He has 2 Oscars, one for this film, The French Connection, another for The Unforgiven. Also, he's been nominated 3 or 4 other times, and he's been up for so many other awards. So I decided let's shy away from his award-winning performances and find a little something else to look at for Gene Hackman. Since a lot of my audience is gay, surprise! So this week I decided to focus on Gene and our gay icons. He's worked with many of them, so let's take a look. I got one for each day of the week, so let's go now. We all know and love the Birdcage. Yes, we do. Gene was the straight man of all straight men in this movie, where everybody around him is doing such funny things. Nathan Lane, of course, is amazing. This movie is so wonderful. You could find it on Prime, by the way. And I actually just caught this right before Gene died because I just felt like laughing. But I had to say, perhaps the most memorable scene, even though Nathan Lane and Robin Williams are fantastic, is at the end of the movie when Gene's character has to sneak out of the gay club and they do him in drag. Here he comes. So here they have Gene dressed in white. It's so awkward. It's so funny. Now, what makes this scene so funny is like Gene's character, he's like thinking, oh, I kind of look fat and white. It cracks me up.
No one will dance with me. Look at this dress. I told him white would make me look fat.
What about me? I'm just as pretty as the rest of these guys.
Dance? Not you, Barbara. Don't leave me. Don't leave me here. I don't want to be the only girl not dancing.
Okay, just make your way towards the door. We'll be out of here in just a minute. Care to dance, baby?
Another movie I could watch every time it's on TV is Heartbreakers, where Sigourney Weaver and Jennifer Love Hewitt play a mother-daughter grifting team, and their next target is Gene Hackman. Now, Gene steals the show. It's super funny and cute, but Gene is disgusting, and they have to pretend to like him to get his money. He is a cigarette smoking magnate who made his money on tobacco, so why would he want to smoke it all the time? Here's a funny compilation of his coughing.
What?
Melanie.
If you've seen the wonderful Get Shorty, oh, love this movie, and you can find it on Prime and Tubi. If you went to the bathroom or went to the kitchen or went to the snack bar, wherever you watch it, you probably missed this short scene with Bette Midler, one of our favorite icons. She comes in for just a few minutes. She makes you laugh the crap out of yourself. She is so funny with Gene here. And oddly, although she is unbilled in this and is on screen very little time, she was nominated for a Comedy Award for Best Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. So I just thought those few moments really made Bette stand out, as she should and always does. Actually, Bette and Gene worked together a long time before that movie, because in 1966, 21-year-old Bette had an unbilled part as an extra in the movie Hawaii, which you could find on Screen Pics. This movie it's before Gene blew up, so he's like a supporting actor. He plays a doctor in this movie, but it is a lush, big, giant spectacle of a film with Julie Andrews as the lead and Max von Sydow. It was a 3-hour epic. It was based upon a novel that it only did part of the novel, and it interestingly got 7 Oscar nominations because it was technically like beautiful. The reason the interesting part is the only actor to be nominated is the woman we see being lifted in here, and she's the only person in the all-star cast that was not an actor before this film. So that's kind of kudos to her. Postcards from the Edge on Prime is often remembered for a great performance by not only Meryl Streep, but Shirley MacLaine. This also has a very good meaty role for Gene Hackman, who really comforts Meryl Streep's character. They work together. He's like a secondary person in the cast, but this also shows how Gene looks for the good parts. He doesn't always have to be Gene Hackman in. I have an ego that makes me be the star. He's willing to work with actors of different levels and play different parts because he likes the work and he probably likes the role. Next, we have Lucky Lady from 1975, which the only place you could find this movie is on YouTube. It's a comedy that has a 1920s feel. It has Liza Minnelli, Gene Hackman, and Burt Reynolds, and I will tell you, it was a giant flop. It is so hard to find this movie. I was so glad someone put it on YouTube. Is it great? No, but it did have Gene working with Eliza. Is it bad? Not really. It's okay. Just okay, though, isn't always good enough, is it? Liza has a couple of good numbers, but this is not the Liza show, even though her birthday was the other day. Happy birthday, Liza, you lucky lady. Since I'm kind of cheating with last movie, I have a bonus one, so keep watching. But Gene in 1981 made the movie All Night Long with Barbra Streisand. This movie made like $4 to $6 million, and Barbra Streisand got paid $4 million in a supporting role. Now, this movie has been torn apart by so many people. I think it's pleasant. I think it's quirky. I think Gene is good. In fact, I'm not the only one. The National Society of Film Critics voted him one of the top 5 best performances that year for Best Actor for this movie. It's got Barbara and Gene and Dennis Quaid and Diane Ladd. Oh, it's very fun. He finds that his son is sleeping with a cousin's wife, Barbra Streisand, so he goes to try to straighten it out. Then he starts liking Barbara himself, so that adds complications. I do like this movie, but it really shouldn't be on the list because I'm trying to do movies you could watch at home by streaming. And I can't find this any place to stream. You have to buy the DVD or Blu-ray or wait for it. So yes, it's fun. Is it great again? No, but Gene was superb. And I actually like Barbara. She plays someone who sings, but she has a terrible voice in this movie. So let's have a bonus movie, shall we? Our bonus movie is the Poseidon Adventure, where the gays just flock to see this movie. We love those disaster films. I actually thought Gene was so good he should have been up for an Oscar, which he wasn't. But this movie has Shelley Winters, Carol Lindley, Stella Stevens. You could find it on Prime. This is Gene's big last final speech in the movie that is so good. I remember young Kevin was just ripped apart by the sadness and tragedy of this film. And now I've grown to love the campiness of it and the great effects. And I think it's pretty much a well-rounded film for the disaster era. This is when they were early on. Like first we had Airport. I almost mixed it up with the parody Airplane. And then a couple years later we had the Poseidon Adventure, which led to all those other ones, the Towering Inferno, Earthquake. Anyway, thank you, Gene, for this and all your great films, whether they're campy or they're classic. Well, that's our show of the week. I hope you share and come back and subscribe. Cheating a little more as we leave, we're looking at some serious films. The Conversation was up for Best Picture. Gene should have been up for Best Actor. It's a great film from Francis Ford Coppola, the same year he did Godfather Part 2. I don't know why he wasn't up for an Oscar, but you could find this on the Criterion Channel. And as we look at another classic Gene Hackman movie from the 70s, which I love, Night Moves, which you could rent for a few dollars any place. Tell me what's your favorite Gene Hackman movie. What one did I miss? Please comment below. I've been getting a lot of great comments lately, but they're kind of like, good job. Give me something specific. Oh, and I forgot, young Melanie Griffith is in Night Moves. Totally forgot that she's kind of on the cusp of being a gay icon, right? There she is. Oh, thank you, Melanie. Anyway, let's watch Gene. Let's pay tribute. So sad that he's gone, but the good thing about actors is we have their work forever. So thank you for that, Gene Hackman. Bye-bye.